it's like I'm doing doofuses again, except I'm not. This episode is me eating the rotting carcass that once was doofuses, and then laughing. But then you are what you eat, so I am a rotting carcass. I wanted to talk about something that mildly annoys me. Well, first of all, I have to explain a few things for it to make sense. There's this thing called COPPA, and it's a thing instituted by the government because YouTube videos targeted at kids that were inappropriate, and they didn't want kids watching that, and the government was kind of mad at YouTube for that. But YouTube said, well, it says you have to be 13 or older to sign up, so if you're lying, it's kind of your fault, which is actually, I agree with. But then the government was like, no, it's your responsibility to moderate what children see on YouTube. Now, this whole problem would be solved if parents wouldn't give their kids an iPad and just let them loose with the internet. What would you think is going to happen if you just let your 5-year-old kid, have free reign on the internet? Like, you have to monitor what your children are consuming. It's especially at young ages. That is especially what COPPA is about. It's about a lot of those younger kids. But so basically what it is when you upload a YouTube video, it asks you, is this made for kids? And if you say yes, then basically the video doesn't get recommended to people, and it doesn't get money, which isn't a problem for me because I don't make money from YouTube. It's just a fun hobby. But if you mark it as not for kids, it's supposed to be just like a normal YouTube video. And you might be saying, oh, that doesn't seem so bad. That just seems easy, like not a problem. Wrong. Because there's also a thing where like a external party decides if you lied or not. So they're like, you'll say whether it's kids content or not, but we will actually tell you if it's kids content or not, if it's designed for kids to watch. If they say you lied about whether it was designed for kids or not, they can sue you for like up to $50,000 or something like that. So basically, if they decide that you lied with no proof, they can sue you. Luckily, you only have to worry about that if you're a big deal. So that's good. But the main point of all this is that sometimes they will decide whether it's kids content or not. And it's stupid because their criteria for what's children's content is whether it's like a product or something that kids might enjoy. And it's bad because, say, video games are a big part of YouTube. Guess what group of people likes video games? Children. Lego, some people, I mean, it's kind of a niche, but some people do Lego stop motion for fun. That's considered a children's content. That's happened on one of my videos. Various things just are randomly marked as kids content. And then they have words marked as kids words, like cool. Like, everyone uses the word cool. That's silly. I really don't care based on money things or anything, but I care based on principle. So on my YouTube channel, so far I've found 2 of my videos have been marked as kids content. And I don't appreciate it. My favorite one is my 3rd video I ever uploaded. It's The Duck Wins. It's a stop motion video. The Duck Wins. It's got a stuffed animal Psyduck that we've owned for about forever, and I think his name is Birdie Bus from Thomas the Tank Engine. So it is made with children's toys, but it's not made for children, unless sort of it is. I made it. I just made it for fun a few years back, and I guess I was a child then, so then I made it for children. But really, it has nothing to do with the toys. It just has to do with me wanting to make a funny animation. this is what really grinds my gears about this. The subject matter of this video is not child-friendly. There is a giant animal that makes a bus drive off a cliff. Now, that bus could have been a school bus. Now think about it. If you're a child in a school bus and you fall off a cliff, what happens? Imagine the fire, the glass shards flying into people's eyes, slicing their eyes open, sheets of metal and rebar and parts of the car slicing through arms, children crawling around trying to find out which arm belongs to them, which severed arm lying on the floor. You look around and you see the dead, lifeless bodies of your classmates, your friends. You look at your own arm and you see bones sticking out. It's terrible. After a few days, no one has found you yet, and you start eating the dead bodies. I know the video doesn't directly state that that's what happens, but it's insinuated. Now, tell me, do you want children watching that? I thought so. I thought so. I thought so. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Just disappointed. I'm not angry. Just disappointed. What I don't like is comments being disabled on these videos. Comments being disabled on videos is so that the children who are in the video don't get bullied. There are no children in the video, and if you're talking about my voice, I don't care. I posted it. If I get bullied, that's my own fault. It's the internet. I could always run away. Who cares? I just don't like when my comments get turned off without me knowing about it. I just want to put my movies online. I don't want to deal with any of this nonsense. Now, last of all, this has nothing to do with COPPA, but it has to do with YouTube's messed up copyright system. In my magnum opus, The Agent's Top Secret, near the end there's a air raid siren sound effect. I found it on freesound.org, which is my favorite site for getting Foley effects for my movies. And it was a Creative Commons Zero license, which means I didn't have to give any credit. Yet I was copyright struck for it. Now you might be thinking, maybe the person who uploaded it to Freesound, maybe they stole it. It was uploaded to Freesound in 2016. The song that I was copyright claimed for came out in 2017, meaning they used the air raid sound effect in their song, but then they claimed people who also used that air raid sound effect as using their song. It was completely fraudulent, and it made me quite angry because I had spent a year and a half working on that film. And I know that I'm not losing money or anything, but to have someone claim that something's theirs, it just makes me angry, and I don't like it. And so I got pretty mad. I whatever you can do to the claim, say it's wrong, and after a few months they finally backed down, which was nice, but it grounded my gears. So it just made me real angry style.